Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Something has come up for me recently, and I realized that if it came up to me, then it probably is intended to come through me to you. That is this question: what is it that inspires you? How much more can someone talk about inspiration? My answer is more and more and more, all the time, in fact. It's so important to find and feel a sense of inspiration, of being and feeling inspired. Life can be hard. It can be a lot. It can be a drag. All those things and so much more. There can be mental health concerns. There can be physical health concerns. There can be financial concerns. There can be relationship concerns. I could go on and on about all the concerns that there can be in life. And this is why it's important for you and me to find a point of inspiration. What is it that inspires you? Do you get inspired by reading certain books? Do you get inspired by listening to videos or podcasts by inspirational or motivational speakers? Do you get inspired by visiting with family or friends? Do you get inspired by meeting new people? Do you get inspired by sharing your own purpose, your destiny, your legacy? What is it that inspires you? I'm asking you to actively think about this question because it feels sometimes like life can be hard. It surely does. If you activate and realize, for yourself what feels like personal motivation, personal inspiration for you, then I want to say, go there and do that. So my own daughter is a fitness trainer, and for, at least 10 years, maybe more, she has been a personal source of inspiration in my fitness journey. So I haven't been going to the gym lately because my accountability partner is out of town. She had the gall to go travel. And so, but when I do go, I feel inspired by my own daughter's voice in my ear, by the voice and the expression and her commitment to my good physical fitness, physical health and wellness and well-being. So that's one area in one of my well-being buckets. Financially, I am inspired by getting new clients and working at the highest level possible for the greatest output possible, best productivity, most efficiency, and best lucrative returns for me. Why? So that I can give more away, so that I can then freely, happily, and frequently support others who may not be able to afford to hire me. That's part of the philanthropy that I've built into my own business model, and it's part of my own personal motivation. So that's my financial inspiration. If you're interested in working with me, please contact me. Please. I can't wait to hear you. I have proposals out to 3 people right now. I've had great recent discovery calls. I'm totally in my inspiration, knowing that I'm definitely going to be able to work with them and help them and support them when they hire me. That's inspirational for me. Of course, nature inspires me as well. And so I get out all the time to walk my dog, as you know. So I want to ask you, what is it that really, truly inspires you? And especially if it's a person or people, go listen to them every single day. No matter what, whatever it takes, I do want to encourage you to find what inspires you. Now, if you inspire you, I'm all over that. That's my ultimate goal. If you can wake up every day and feel inspired and motivated and activated in your passions place, in your impact space, then that is absolutely fantastic. Sometimes having an accountability person like a coach does support you. Even when you're in your own inspiration, like I am every single day, it doesn't mean that I also don't need my own coach or different coaches I work with and my own types of accountability partners to help keep me moving forward in the way that I want to be moving forward. That's why I'm talking about your own point of inspiration today, because sometimes stuff does happen. We begin to feel not well. Something emotional happens. Something unexpected happens, either in our business or in our lives, or something in the world happens. Or you even just might hear a story that affects you personally or emotionally. All these things could sort of, derail you from your own continuous inspired output. And so that's why I'm calling in for you to actively think about what inspires you so you can make a list, you can have your go-to resources, and you can go there and get lifted up out of what sometimes becomes malaise. I had a big week last week with a personal thing. It was a big culmination week for me. And I'll be honest with you, as I always am, of course, this weekend, I crashed like big time. Totally, completely, utterly crashed. And so, crashed for me means I still walked the dogs. I still got to print something out that I needed. I still did a few things. But honestly, I was in utter, complete, extensive self-care mode for the weekend, such that by the time Monday came, I was like, oh, damn, am I going to be able to get up my inspiration? Well, of course I did, although I felt like it was a bit of a slower day for me than my usual days. But I feel back in my space now. Why? Because I know what inspires me. I read material. I read through group posts. I know whom I follow. And mostly because I feel my own legacy inspiration to show up and connect with you to help inspire and activate you. And so I show up for myself, I show up for you, I show up for God, and I show up for good. So that's my inspiration. That doesn't mean that I don't have my human moments and maybe procrastinate here or not get something done there or whatever. But there's one thing you can be sure I get done, and that's my proposals for work. That I always get done no matter what, because I'm inspired by my business. I hope you get it. If you want to share with me what inspires you, I'd love to hear from you. I want to know what inspires you, because you're sharing that here in the comments might help to introduce someone else to what is an important source of inspiration. The more I get involved in high-level online cohorts of people who are really in the inspiration space, I'm like, oh my God, I love that, I love that, I love that, and I love that too. And also, another thing that's happening is that I feel like some of these new things that are coming in as sources of inspiration for me are showing themselves to me because of openings I've had in those areas. I'm looking off because I'm feeling the words, I'm finding them as they're finding me. So again, I feel like some of the new things that are showing, that are helping me to feel inspired are showing themselves to me because I've opened up in different ways, in different areas, to be receiving exactly that inspiration. I hope that makes sense for you. All right, friends, again, please share in my comments what inspires you. Is it your dog? Is it a book? Is it a speaker? Is it your mom? Whatever it is. The more that we share our points of inspiration, the more fun that we can have in life. I mean, it may be a downer to say that life is hard sometimes, the disconnects that we have, the emotionality that shows itself, the human moments, as my dear friend Debbie and I call it. And that's why calling in inspiration is important. So that's it for today, friends. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for Live at 5 in the Confidence Zone. Bye-bye.